Today's model is a beautiful 4 bedrooms, 3 bathroom, over 2,000 square foot, 20 to 25 minutes from the airport. Let's have a look. Let's go. Hello and welcome to another episode of Orlando Home Show, and today's model is just absolutely gorgeous. It's 4 bedrooms, 3 bathroom, 2-car garage, a 2-story home with 2,043 square foot. And get this, it's just about 20 to 25 minutes from the Orlando International Airport, in an area that is just exploding. Now this is on a 40 by 120, so there's a 2-car garage, but it's a 2-car rear car entry garage. I always have some troubles trying to talk, but the first thing you're going to notice, you have this nice pad that kind of leads you to your front porch, which is nice because I really enjoy that when the house has some sort of a sitting area in the front, so it's always really nice. So let's go inside and check this beautiful model out. Hello and welcome to another beautiful decked up builder model. If this is your first time on Orlando Home Show, where strategy matters, passion rule, please make sure to press that thumbs up button because I bring you 8+ videos all throughout Central Florida, Orlando, Greater Orlando, Tampa Bay, and now Ocala. Now today I am in St. Cloud, and if you want to know more about St. Cloud, make sure to watch Orlando Living with D. That's where I have done a whole video about St. Cloud. We talk about school, hospital, shopping, dining, everything that you really need to know to make a decision if St. Cloud suburban area is going to be better for you or not. Now today's model is a beautiful 4 bedrooms, 3 bathroom, 2-car garage, 2,043 square foot on a 40 by 120 lot. The lot price varies anywhere from $8,000 to $40,000. The big difference is it could be a lot which is slightly bigger than 120 foot. It could be like one of the lots, the standard size is 40 by 120, but it could be a little bit bigger. It could be on a conservation or a lake or a retention pond. So that's where you see the big difference. The base price for this specific house is $428,990. Now guys, this is a builder mod, so it's going to be decked up with all the bells and whistles, and I'm going to point out as much as I possibly could. But if you want to know, hey, what do I get for my standard base price of $428, please make sure to comment below and I'll be happy to send you that. And if you are specifically looking for that floor plan so that you have the right measurement, please put it in the comments. I'll be happy to assist you and send you the information. Now there is no CDD in this community, however the HOA is about $92 a month. There's a dog park, a kids playground, and walking trail, and you're just about 20 to 25 minutes to the international airport. Let me just explain to you with the CDD, because I'm getting a lot of people inquiring. The only difference, because CDD is a kind of tax that you have to pay for the development of the land. Some builders pay that up front, so your base prices and everything is higher, as you would see in this specific home. And then some builders will not pay that. That's a bond that you have to pay for 30 years. So there is a CDD, and you as a homeowner is responsible. It goes away after 30 years. So one way or the other, you as the end buyer will be paying that fee. It's just the base prices are going to be lower or higher depending upon if the CDD is included or not. So as I turn around now, this is a builder model. So you get your standard 6'8" door, a solid door, which is a standard feature. Because this is a builder decked up model, you have this beautiful glass 8-foot door. This is something that you can, if you go to the builder, which they actually have some lots available at the time of the shoot, may or may not be the case by the time we release the video. So please, for all updated information, make sure to comment or get in touch with my team so we can explain to you a little bit more. Now, you do have all the wet areas have 17 by 17 tiles, and in this case you have the upgraded plank tiles right over here. You have this nice walkway. Now I always talk about this, guys. It's not so much about the square footage as much as it is about the flow of the house, because I have seen homes that are 3, 4, 5,000 square foot, but the flow of the house is completely different. So please keep that in mind. Yes, number of bedroom and bathroom does matter, but don't kind of get hung up on the square footage as such. Now you do have this nice cavity which kind of goes all the way in around the corner, which is nice. It's I call it a doghouse because I find myself every now and then in this situation, but this is kind of nice that you are able to store things around. So some builders have half a bathroom and things of that nature, so that is something to keep in mind. 9'1" ceiling height is standard, and you do have the very first bedroom over here. Now this is a bedroom, and I want to go just over here to kind of give you an idea. If you haven't watched my video on the do's and don'ts of building a brand new home from scratch, please do yourself a favor and watch that, because in that video I talk about things that you should do with the builder and things that you shouldn't do with the builder, because that is something very easy to do. One thing that I always talk about, having those extra lights. Now they have this bedroom as an office room. Now it is a bedroom because you have this nice big window bringing in a good amount of light, and then you also have the closet space right there. So it has a window and a closet, so it's classified as a bedroom. If it did not have that closet, it would be considered a den. This is just the definition how Florida kind of defines a bedroom as compared to den. As I come out, you have this beautiful full bathroom downstairs. Now this is a builder model, so it's kind of upgraded in regards to the tile. You get your regular, subway white tiles, and your flooring is 17 by 17. Now this is quartz, which is an upgrade. So please keep that in mind. Your standard is going to have a granite, and they have a choice of 3 different colors. So that's what it is going to be. And so is the 8-foot door. So that is something that you do have to pay extra. A lot of builders right now, I'm seeing a lot of them are selling inventory home. And guys, if you are looking and you've been waiting, the question that you really need to ask yourself is, hey, can I afford today's prices with today's rate? Because guess what? If and when the rate changes, you are going to be able to refinance the house. The price that you pay to close your house does not change. So please keep that in mind. A lot of people are just waiting on the fence. Either it's the election, or it's Thanksgiving, or it's Christmas and whatnot. That's just not the way to look at it, but that's just my take. I recently built my own house myself, with the builder, and I'm telling you, like, the price of my house, we've been there actually just about a year, and it has increased $100,000. I can always go and refinance when the rates get better. So that is something. Now, if you are looking, like I said, inventory home is where you're going to get the biggest bang for your buck, because right now with this builder, they're giving you a 3.99% fixed on an FHA loan and a 4.99 on a conventional loan. Now, it can't get any better. At the time of the shoot, the rates are hovering around 6.5%, 7%. So that is something to keep in mind. You also have a nice small closet right over here. This could be your linen closet, your towel closet, whatever you want to call this. And as I go over here, this is one of the upgraded 42-inch cabinet. Standard cabinet is going to be 36-inch. You do not get a backsplash, but since this is a builder model, they have decked it up without. I just would have loved, every time I show my wife homes, the first thing that she does is she's going to come here and she's going to do this. And you see how this kind of bangs in? The soft touch will just close easy. The other thing that I always talk about is that the microwave is venting out. So I do not know about you, but in my culture, we use a lot of spices. So it's kind of nice that you have the microwave venting out. When I built my home with Lancy, I actually had to pay extra to have the microwave venting outside. Now, please keep in mind, refrigerator, washer, and dryer do not come with the house. In some inventory home with some builders, that may be a possibility. And on top of that, they're not only buying your interest rate down, they're also giving you up to $10,000 in closing cost and prepaid. If you want to know the incentive with all other builders, please let us know, because right now, we are seeing the deals. Like I used to say this during the COVID time when I started my channel, builders were giving barely anything if they were. I know when I personally built my house, I barely got anything for closing cost, And now I have seen builder not only buy the interest rate down, in some cases give you all your closing cost and prepaids. Now, closing cost is one thing, prepaid is another, but they're paying all of that. And on top of that, they're giving you washer, dryer, refrigerator, and blinds. It can't get any better than that. Now, as the market shifts, things will also change. So please keep that in mind. And if you want to know more about any of the Central Florida area, please make sure to check out Orlando Living with D, because I spend a lot of time in bringing you the knowledge, the information that kind of gives you an idea of where you want to be, what is that you want to do. So you have this nice semi-private dining area right over here. I just love the fact that you have this nice big window bringing in a good amount of light. And then let me go ahead and show you the outside. Now this is an upgrade, so please keep that in mind. So you have this area which is, once the HOA takes over, you can always get this screen. So that is something a lot of my clients have done. In terms of the front one, some HOA will allow it, some will not, but I do know for a fact that the outside screen relay, which is a part of the standard base price, is included, and this is something you can do. Now this is a 2-car garage, and let me just show you, look at the amount of pad. Like, you have such a long driveway, you can easily park 3 compact cars right over here, but you also have the 2-car. Now one thing I do want to point out, and I want to take you to the garage so you can have a look, because this is not a block and a frame house. This is actually a frame house from top to bottom. So this is something that I want to give you a point of distinction. Most builders are going to have block on the first floor and then frame on the second. Now with this builder, I have seen that they are doing some homes where they actually have frame all over, especially in this community. But with the same builder, they have other communities where they have block on the first floor and frame on the second. Now this is your living area in Honolulu. They got some extra lights. Now, as I understand at the time of the shoot, they have to pay extra. Now when the builder does that, you will usually have one light fixture in the middle, and then if you see these lights that are extra over here, you have to pay, and usually they will do it in sets, a set of 2, a set of 4, or a set of 6. And I always say that, guys, when you are building from scratch, because you could build in this specific community from scratch, please do yourself a favor and you can thank me later. It's nice, bright, and sunny, but the next minute it could be dark, gloomy, and raining like no other day tomorrow. So it's always good to have those extra lights, because it really makes a big, big difference, especially in your living area, and especially in like a home office or a den if you'll be working from home. Let me go ahead and take you to the garage, because I want to point out a couple of things. So this is a frame with the concrete siding board outside. So this whole house is framed. Usually whenever I go into garage, I always point out that this is a cinder block, but in this case, it is not. But the other thing that I want to point out is that this door that you see over here is an option that you do have to pay extra. Now you do get the garage door opener included, your attic entrance is right over there, but for the most part you will always get unfinished. This is something that I always suggest, go and once you take over, you want to get epoxy so that your flooring lasts you for a more, like it lasts you longer than usual. This is something that I have done in my personal house. And then you also have this ballad right over here kind of protecting. It's for people like me, so we don't kind of run into our own water heater, and next thing you know, we have a busted water heater. So just keep those things in mind. If you haven't watched the playlist, I not only bring you the model home, but I also do a lot of videos that's going to assist you on things that you can do when you build a brand new home, things that you should do, like getting gutters, getting epoxy flooring, or sealing your tile ground. These are the things that you want to invest in after you buy the house, but don't get carried away in the very beginning, because you want to make sure that you are able to afford the house and be able to get off because one way or the other, you're just paying a mortgage. If it's not yours, it's your landlord, so might as well just pay your mortgage. So let me go ahead and take you upstairs, because that's where you have the primary and the rest of the secondary bedrooms. So let's go upstairs, have a look. So as I come upstairs, one thing that I do want to point out is that this is something by code that is required. It wasn't the case before, but it is by code, so they have this. So all the two-story home has something to kind of hold on to as you're walking up, so that is nice. The good thing about this house is that you have a secondary bedroom downstairs with a full bathroom, especially when you have elderly parents visiting, or if you have guests now that you live so close to the Disney World and all the crazy stuff that happens here in the resort area. it's kind of nice that you have a bedroom so there is more privacy, and then you can be upstairs to do your thing. And it's a 2043 square foot, so the lot size is good enough, but just the way this house is, you don't have enough room to be able to build a pool unless it ends up being a cloudy sec or a corner lot. But they do have different models that are 2-story on a 50 by 120 that gives you enough space to build a beautiful big pool and then still have some yard left for a 4-legged friend. So as I come over here, this is your secondary bedroom right over here, and this is what I was talking about. They'll give you one light right over here, which is a basic fixture. I would personally like to get another 2, which is what I did in my house, because it's always nice to have those extra lights. You can change that fixture and get like a fan and a light fixture over here. But with some builders, they give you the recessed lights as you see over here, and with some builders, they'll just give you the point, and then you would have to take care of it later on, like I did in my personal house. You also have a nice closet space, nothing extraordinary, pretty much very similar, but the standard height over here is 8'1" with this builder. And as I mentioned, it is frame on the top and at the bottom floor, so that is something to keep in mind. And then yes, you do get the carpet. Now if you buy an inventory home, it's going to have the MVP or the wood plank, because they have different combinations with the backsplash and everything, so you do have to pay extra for it. But keep those things in mind, so when you are deciding, what you want to decide on is, hey, does the floor plan works for me, does the price works for me? And guys, seriously, look into inventory home if you could, because that's where you're going to get the biggest bang for your buck. Now this is the other bedroom right over here, and I want to go into the corner. And sometimes, you know, just a simple paint will completely change the decor of the house. So that is something, or the decor of the room, and it just pops out. One of the good thing about my job is whenever I'm showing, I come across how beautifully and elegantly these homes are showcased. And this is just to give you an idea of what is that you could do in your own house. So that is something to keep in mind. I love the fact that you have a window which brings in a good amount of light. And I love the fact that your closet doors, all your closet doors are solid doors, because sometimes, you know, especially with D.R. Horton, Lennar, which are more like, you know, inventory builder, they have like a split door, like, and for the life of me, it keeps on falling on me or comes off the track. But I love that you have this nice solid door. And then as I go outside, right across from it is your bathroom, which is right over here. And then this is a shower tub combination right here, which is nice. Now this is a builder model, so you will have to pay extra for it, but they have the upgraded tiles. But in general, you are going to just get your subway tiles. If you look at the flooring over here, also, this is something that you do have to pay extra. You have the undermount sink right over here, and then right over here is your closet space right there. So it's kind of really nice that you have all this space. And it's, I always talk about this, guys, it's more about how the house flows and how it just comes. So everything really for me is dependent upon the flow of the house, other than how many square footages. And this is something that I always say, guys, don't be so carried on, because I have seen some homes that are less than 2,000 square foot, but they flow so well. You're like, oh wow, it looks bigger than a 2,500 square foot home. Right over here is your laundry. And as you can see, you know, you have the washer and the dryer, so the laundry is upstairs. But please keep in mind that you are not going to be getting washer and dryer. That is not included, so please keep that in mind. Now this is the master suite, and hallelujah, look at this. I want to go into this corner to kind of gauge you into the depth of this room. You know, it's good that they have those extra lights. Now as you can see, you have a middle fixture right there. You have those extra lights. You have 1, 2, 3 sets of windows, bringing in a really good amount of light. So it's kind of really nice. And this is a big house like this. You have this nice big bed, and then you have the side tables. It gives you enough room. And then right over here is your master bathroom with this beautiful upgraded tiles right there. Now you do have the double sink as standard feature. The upgrade is in regards to the quartz that you see over here. That is something you have to pay extra. And also the flooring, you have the walk-in shower, which is a framed walk-in shower. And then you are paying extra for these tiles. Now, something that I have done in my own personal house, and it doesn't cost you a lot of money to have these tiles kind of go all the way up. And it's kind of nice that they have this transom window that brings in a good amount of light. I'm not too concerned about the second floor window, especially when they build the house. They're going to make sure that if there is a wall going, they do not have another window kind of peeping in. But one thing that you could do is you can probably tell them to have a different color glass rather than your just regular tempered glass. You can get one of those that are opaque, that you cannot see through, but you're still able to get some light. And then right here is your master closet, and look at this. Those of you who watches my video already know what am I going to say, so I am not going to say anything and get into trouble. But let me know what you think of this specific floor plan. Now, if Spanish is your main language, then please make sure to watch Orlando Home Show in Espanol, run by amazing Anna. We bring these videos both in English and Spanish. And if you want to know more about the area, make sure to check out Orlando Living. We are on Instagram, TikTok, trying to give you a lot of content. And if you are looking, finding the right agent is super, super important. So please make sure to check our reviews out, see what people are saying about us and our team. We are here to help and serve you. Now, please remember, when you give us a call, you will be talking to somebody on my team. Their sole job is to collect the information, connect you to the right agent to be able to assist you. And when you come down, we will do all the homework that we need to do, because, you may be coming down as retiring, so the school may not be that much of a big deal. Somebody, on the other hand, would be just coming down and relocating for a job and have small kids, little creatures is what I call them. They may want to make sure that the school district is good. So things of this nature is something very important to kind of look in when you have the family. Well, let me know your thoughts on this specific model. And if you haven't followed, press that thumbs up button. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next video, bye for now.